Hi all, welcome back to Indeed IAS. Let's begin the discussion. The Indian Meteorological Department has been forecasting information regarding this cyclone Nivar. In fact, it said that the cyclone Nivar, which may hit the Indian coastal lines at the speed of 120 to 130 kilometers per hour, which means the cyclone Nivar is considered as a very severe cyclonic storm. So in this video, we will look at what is a cyclone and on what basis the names are assigned to the cyclones. Before that, if you look at the word cyclone, it has been derived from a Greek word, cyclos, which means coils of a snake. So the cyclone's shape, right, which is resembling the coils of a snake, that's the reason it has been named after cyclos. Now let's look at the tropical cyclone. In fact, cyclones are of two types. One is the temperate cyclone and the other is the tropical cyclone. So the tropical cyclone is the one which occurs in the region of between equator and the Tropic of Cancer or Tropic of Capricorn. So this is where the tropical cyclone occurs. Okay. Now the definition of tropical cyclone, broadly, it's a weather disturbance that is characterized by low atmospheric pressure. Low atmospheric pressure means a region with high temperatures will lead to low atmospheric pressure and high winds. In fact, the cyclone, when for example take the case of Bay of Bengal, let's assume that a cyclone is originated in Bay of Bengal. You know that cyclone is not static, means it will not be present in this region only after origination. It keeps on moving towards the coastal line, right? So in fact it is driven by high speed winds. That is what the one of the important characteristics of the cyclone. And also it is characterized by heavy rain. You know, whenever cyclone phenomena occurs, it is witnessed by lots of huge amount of precipitation or rainfall. What is the reason for that? Because cyclone structure is responsible for formation of cumulonimbus clouds, which are responsible for very high precipitation. So these are the basic characteristics that will define how the tropical cyclone looks like. And there are some prerequisites or conditions for the formation of tropical cyclone. What are they? The first is larger sea surface. Okay, so again let's go to the Bay of Bengal region only. See, Bay of Bengal region is considerably a very large sea area, right? Unlike other small sea regions like Dead Sea or White Sea, where we don't find any kind of cyclones, right? Because primary condition is the sea area should be larger in size, so that adequate amount of temperature or heat is gathered. Okay, and also the minimum temperature required is 26.5 precisely. Broadly speaking, 27 degrees centigrade is essential for gathering that amount of heat to create the low pressure region. Okay, because we have seen that cyclone is characterized by low atmospheric pressure, right? So to create such kind of atmospheric pressure, minimum 27 degrees centigrade temperature is essential. Coriolis force. Now we have seen that cyclone is essentially circular in shape, right? Now what has contributed to this circular shape? The cyclone forming in northern hemisphere encircles in anti-clockwise direction, whereas cyclone formed in southern hemisphere encircles in clockwise direction. In either ways, the cyclone is a circular form. The circular form is contributed by the natural force called Coriolis force. Okay, which is whose origin can be attributed to the rotating or the rotation of the earth. Okay, rotating phenomena or the rotation of the earth. Because of earth's rotation, a natural force called Coriolis force has formed. This Coriolis force is the one responsible for the formation of circular shape of the cyclone. Pre-existing low pressure area, needless to explain this. Upper divergence above sea level system. So now as the winds rise vertically, they diverge. Okay, they diverge into different directions. So this is what upper divergence above the sea level. Okay, let's move to the next aspect of the cyclone, that is the naming of cyclone. So we have seen basic fundamentals regarding the cyclone. Now naming of cyclone. Cyclones that which form in different ocean basins, like it could be Indian Ocean or Atlantic Ocean or else Pacific Ocean. Cyclones formed in all these regions have been given different names. Now what are the institutions responsible for that? They are the regional specialized meteorological centers. These are the one which will assign different names for the cyclones. In fact, there are 6 regional specific meteorological centers totally in the world, in which the Indian Meteorological Department is also one of the RSMC. So out of 6 RSMCs, Indian IMD is also one of the RSMC. You know that very recently, means in April 2020, the IMD RSMC has released a list which includes 169 tropical cyclone names. Under Indian RSMC, there are, as of now, there are 13 countries. So all these 13 countries are part of the regional center of IMD. Now in April 2020, each of this country has contributed 13 names. So 13 countries have contributed 13 names. In total, 169 tropical cyclone names have been given. In fact, the name Nivar, you know, it has been contributed by which country? By Iran. It has been contributed by Iran. Alright. So now let's look at the next aspect. The next aspect is purpose of naming the cyclones. So why do we name the cyclones? There are different reasons. One is identification of the cyclone becomes easy. See, there is a possibility that again simultaneously we may expect different cyclones. Okay, at a specific period of time we may expect multiple cyclones. So how do you differentiate, make a distinction among these cyclones? When you name them, it will become easier. And creating awareness of its development. So as we have seen in the very starting, that IMD has been forecasting the information regarding this Nivar cyclone, right? Nivar cyclone might hit the Indian coastlines at 120 to 130 kilometers per hour. So creating awareness means that one. Removing confusion in case of simultaneous occurrence of tropical cyclones. So this point is more suitable for this. And remembering a tropical cyclone becomes a job done easy, right? So you can easily remember Nivar, the name. And rapidly and effectively disseminating warnings to much wider audience. See, this is the ultimate goal, right? Why do IMD bothers about forecasting the information about the cyclone? So that the administration, government and the people will be alert. They will be prepared for any case of future disaster. So effectively disseminating information is also one of the crucial aspects. So these are the few aspects regarding the purpose of naming the cyclones. So in this video, we have seen what is a cyclone, essentially what is a tropical cyclone, and what are the conditions that are required for the formation of a tropical cyclone, and on what basis the cyclones are named, and the Nivar cyclone's name has been originated from which country has contributed the Nivar name, and also the purpose of naming. Right? That's it. Thank you for watching this video. Have a nice day.